Line Avenue rolling shooting yesterday was how close to your home?
About 2.5 blocks. And actually, I walked up there, and on my way, I saw a neighbor, and if he's listening, I want to say, I'm very sorry I didn't get to stop and talk to you longer, because as soon as I walked off, I was like, I didn't even ask his name or anything, and I know he's a listener, so I might just knock on his door later and just say hello. But, yeah, that was right in front of the Junior League office on Line Avenue.
What do you know about what happened?
What I know is that it was a rolling shooting, that one car left the scene and the other car was there, maybe collided, stopped. The driver was injured and taken to the hospital, and there was one deceased. And that's 5 o'clock, broad daylight.
Ms. LeVette, were they going north or south on Line Avenue? Do you know?
They were heading north. They were heading north toward downtown.
Do you know where it all started? Like, I was having in my mind, maybe they started yelling at each other at Line at Kings there at Byrd High School. Do you know any more details?
I can't speculate about that, but my understanding from the debriefing that I received was that the shooting pretty much started right there in front of the fire station, and they pretty much, like, that car was stalled out in front of the Junior League office. A friend of mine actually rolled up before the police, and the guy that was there, I think she called it in to get help, and she was right there in front of the Junior League office.
How frustrating
is it? And that freaks me out. As a junior leaguer, that freaks me out on a Tuesday. Normally, outside of COVID, we'd all be there.
Absolutely.
You know?
How frustrating is it for you to nearly every day in our community hear and talk about these random acts of violence?
It's so frustrating because our resources are being stretched so thin, and we all have our differences of opinion about what happens to crime. I've talked to at least one officer who every time he talks to me believes that the only thing that will stop crime is more police. And then there are people from the humanities side of it that will tell you, like, philosophically, the mental health community, all of that police respond to crime. They react to crime. They don't stop it. So we have cultural, societal issues that we need to deal with. And that's all true. The thing is the consequences right now are not harsh enough to stop people from being more emboldened to go out and do stuff. And what I'm thinking now is, whatever gives people the idea that it's completely okay for them to take their grievances out on each other in a rolling vehicle at 5 o'clock in the damn afternoon, we should have been able to stop them when they were just robbing the Circle K or whatever the heck they were doing before they got to that point.
You sound pissed.
I am. I stay ticked off about this. And the thing is, you get to a point where it's happening so often that you wonder if you're not getting normalized to it. And there are people who still say, well, this is just happening in isolated neighborhoods. This is just stuff that is internal to whatever domestic issues are happening. Well, that stops being something that you can use as an excuse when it's rolling down my street.
It's sad.
It's not okay when children are hiding in bathtubs. It's not okay when people are having to call in a car that's been used in a crime that's like in the middle of South Highlands, and someone ends up, look, I'm going on a tangent. Don't let me do that. I'm starting to sound emotional, and nobody likes that.